That shit hurts, yo. I've been there.
Snake!
Very nice touch right there. Meryl. Oh, I thought he said it. Guess I didn't remember.
Meryl.
There you go. I knew it was coming out eventually. Snake talk.
Snake? Is that you?
Aw,
Snake,
look how happy you
you're
look.
alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
Yeah, something like that. I wouldn't really go that far.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl.
Yeah, nice. Classic cockblock right there.
That's my Kodak.
I never answer my phone when I'm trying to bang out. Only once, and it was a bad mistake.
Snake, it's me. It looks like you stopped Rex.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right, you saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No, it's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
Unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Jesus.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good.
Yeah, for like
Don't
20 minutes,
die
son.
on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
It is. I believe in you. Believe in you, baby.
Let's get the
I
hell out of
believe in
here.
you.
What about him?
Fuck.
Where is Otacon?
Oh, I thought it was talking about Liquid. I was like, Liquid, eh?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
How about that?
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Aw, adorable. Got a heavy ass jump.
Snake.
Meryl.
Let's get out of here. We can get it on right after we leave. We're literally right after we leave. It's gonna be cold outside. We might as well just get it on anyway.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Nice, good touch.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
This is very nice. I always found this pretty funny. He's like,
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up!
it looks so cavemanish, man. It looks so just like fucking dumb.
Hurry!
I don't know if she got a vest on or whatever. But I understand the purpose of it to give you this like cool scene of like we're back in action, baby, back on top. I don't know why we gotta look like a caveman.
Looking good, Snake.
There you go. Looking good, feeling good. I don't know how you can say that's looking good. You got this huge sneaking suit on. Which at the beginning, my man Jay very pointed out at the beginning, he's like, yeah, it's not too good to move around then. Alright, well thank God we gotta be sneaking. Alrighty, so this is probably one of the last sequences right here in the game actually. We're escaping this place to give us a ration though, I really appreciate that. Always could use a little ration in my life. You give us 2 rations. My God, I'll tell you, man, this game is so generous with the rations. Then you look, you kind of don't have any more equipment.
Let me drive.
That kind of gives you a sign of like, you're not really gonna need it.
Damn, my surveillance camera.
Camera comes over here. Check this out, man. I always wonder this. I mean, I'm a pretty good employee overall on both my jobs. On 16 of my jobs, I like to do my job well. But if the building is blowing up and my boss is dead. And you know what? Let me rephrase this. If the building's blowing up, I ain't staying around. I can't remember how to get inside the damn thing. I'm like, how do I get out of this? If the building's blowing up, and you know, like there's imminent death upon our way unless I get out of here, I'm not gonna go and still work and try to like defend this place. And let alone if my boss is dead and I have nobody to defend. So these soldiers, give them utmost credit, man. These guys are one of the hardest working people I've ever seen in my life. Like, they're the only fools that are like, hey, listen, man, you know, I know everything's blown up. I know we're about to die. I know that we kind of got screwed over. I know that our whole plan's down the drain, down the gutter. But yeah, we're still gonna keep trying to fight this guy, try to kill him. What do you get out of this? Honestly, what do you get? You ain't gonna get a pay raise. Ain't nobody respecting you for killing Snake right now. Like, it's over, son. Like, wrap it up, B. Like, wrap it up. Come on now. But we're gonna find out over here in a couple seconds. My main man Liquid ain't dead, because this dude just doesn't know how to die. Honestly, I mean, if you want a character in the game that doesn't know how to die, Liquid is that guy. Like, come on, bro. We hit checkpoints over here. Now, as far as this being an end sequence of the game, I'm okay with it. You know, in the sense that it's something different. It gives you, pumps up that adrenaline. You know, you got the timer left. You're gonna get out by this time. I'm also not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the Gatling gun sequences. Now, this time, this day and age, this was relatively new. I mean, honestly, this was probably the first Gatling gun sequence I ever played, the first machine gun sequence I ever played in a video game. Now, it's kind of, you know, every Call of Duty game has to have at least like one hit. Like, that's just like standard storytelling Call of Duty. I haven't gotten to it yet in Ghost, but I know it's gonna be there at some point where I get on the machine gun to start blaring people through. It's fun, it's mindless, but you know, you get that feeling of complete damage and utter destruction coming out of it. Let's go over here in this custom real quick, let you hear this.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet! Liquid!
Here you go. My man Liquid coming up over here with the famous FAMAS in hand, just gonna blast you. And he's pretty easy though. I mean, yeah, honestly, you know, you just gotta keep shooting him. You keep dodging stuff and whatever, but as long as you aim at him, it's cool. So at the time, I can see this be pretty innovative, and I can see this pretty exemplary. I'm just not, you know, it's kind of the same point where I put the hand-to-hand combat thing. I'm not the biggest fan of it. You know, it's just, I don't like introducing new things at the end of the game. I feel it kind of takes away from the game. I feel it's just not me. It's not exactly how I feel it is appropriate to end the game. I like the summarization of the game. I like the game to be a conclusion of everything that you've done. But a lot of games do this. You know, I know the Metroid game, for example, the Super Metroid, even Metroid Fusion, I remember at the end you're going to have to like sprint out of the place. I get that, you know, that feeling of, you know, quickness, you got to get out of here and everything's going to blow up. That's okay. But you don't have to do it in a sense where you could, like in Metroid, you know, you still have to fight the guy like the same way you would whoever the boss is and whatnot, using the same equipment and stuff too as you guys in the game. It'd be tough to do with Metal Gear, though. That's also like another thing. It's a sneaky game. It's a tactical espionage game. Unless you tactically espionage your way out of the damn game, I don't really see how you're going to be able to put that into any sort of effect. And then we're coming over here to the last cutscene. Well, not the last cutscene. One of the last cutscenes over the game, so I'm going to be quiet and let's watch how we dip set on my boy Liquid right now. Pump up the music a little bit.
Look, Snake, daylight!
Good eyes. Girl, man, knock the fuck out, yeah. Come on, girl. Woo! That's that hot fire right there, though. Oh, you want to talk about bullet time? That's bullet time. You stand right at him, headbutt him. I like it. I like this car too, that's still able to be in a straight line with nobody control it. I feel that. Ew, living life on the edge.
Meryl, are you okay? Damn.
That's the same reaction everybody else had.
Snake!
Fox die, bitch.
Fox? Die.
How about them apples? Guy's finally dead. Only took us like 4 episodes. Oh, come on, man. These guys can't go down. Alright. Maybe this is it. It's pretty good too how you just hear the wind coming by.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Well, you know, they're kind of stealthy. You shouldn't be able to see them anyway, but I see where you're coming from, though. Got a nice little phone call real quick.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel!
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I'd better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
There's also a helicopter waiting for you at the Fox Islands.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Nice.
Okay. Roy. Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How
Nice.
is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Awesome.
Naomi?
I heard about my brother.
Fox, no, Frank wanted to tell you something. He told me to tell you to forget about him. and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Damn.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar land, he's been like a ghost.
Shit went down in Zanzibar, yo.
A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Foxdie too. What about me? When am I going to go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time's up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you.
You're good to
Live,
go,
Snake.
Snake.
That's all I can say to you.
You're good to go. True G shit right there, yo.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code, inscribed into their genes. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the Genome Soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm gonna choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from now on, I'm going to just live.
There you go, bro. Powerful ass stuff.
Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what?
There's your infinite
A
ammo.
reminder of a successful mission? Or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. My survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
David.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
The Northern Lights up there.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us, too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
Ooh, that's smooth, son. That's
It's
smooth.
nice, isn't it? Being alive.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Like it. Nice little message here at the end of the game, letting you know that that shit is real, dog. That although this is a game that is very much founded in some real life right there, and then we got the credits all rolling down over here with David Hayter leading off the way. Oh man, I can't believe it's over, yo. Woo! I mean, it started like, I don't know when this shit started. It was like 5-6 months ago, man. Woo! Man. Metal Gear. It's over. It's a wrap. It's crazy. December 1st. It's over. It's nuts. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series, man. It's all going to be in a playlist, so you guys can always watch it whenever the hell you feel like it. If you ever want to watch it again, if you're stuck in any parts when you're playing through the game, if you just want to just hear some witty commentary once in a while. I'm going to let the credits roll. Obviously, at the end of the credits, we got a nice little message. Which, you know, this was kind of one of the first games that I remember seeing that done. The most effective one I do remember, though, was in the Gears of War 2. I believe it was 2. Yeah, I think it was 2. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was 2. Where you think you've kind of taken everybody down and it's all good, baby, baby, and then you hear at the end be like, or it's like your dad who's like talking, and you're like, what the hell? My father! And then like when you pick up the third game, it like picks up right from that, and you're like, shit! That was one of the most effective things. If you haven't noticed, this is a song that I've been using for the intro and the outro as well. I'll pluck it out of this. It's a great song, man. I download it, yo. Honestly, find it, track it, download it. I listen to the song at least once a week. It's pretty baller, pretty deep, pretty emotional. It brings back memories of the game. It brings back memories of just how deep the song is. Overall, a very good song. So yeah, it's one of the first games that I ever saw utilize that like post-credit sequence, and also the montage over here, just like pictures and whatnot of the Alaskan area. It kind of gives you that real life feel, almost like it kind of actually happened. Like, yeah, we got that documented proof though. What happened though? Let me check this shit out right here. And it does, you know, they've been doing that, the post-credit thing, I think, for, I don't remember it in 2, actually. I'm assuming it was in 2. Yeah, it was in 2 as well. And it was in 3 as well. So always make sure you stay around for after the credits. You know, after the credits is always an interesting situation. And I might have mentioned when I did the Mega Man thing. You never know what you're going to get after the credits. Sometimes you don't get anything. Sometimes you got to sit there and you're like, so, is this it? Is there anything else after this? Hello? Other games, you know, they make it pretty explicit. It just says, press start. And you're like, oh, okay. I prefer those kind of games, because I hate just being sitting there, like, wondering, like, So is there anything more to this, or like my man So Toyota? I love that name, yo. He's in a couple games, man. So Toyota. He might be in the other Metal Gear too. I forget where I see that guy all the time. It's just it's completely disrespectful, but So Toyota, like that's pretty cool. Like Dave Miner, that's a boring name. No one wants to see that. But So Toyota, that's pretty fun. But yeah, I prefer the games that kind of let me know when the game's over, like what to do. Either you go back to the main menu, or you show me what I unlocked, or you let me know to press start. Those games that kind of leave you over in delirium, and you're kind of like, what are we doing? It's The Best Is Yet to Come is the name of the song. I never even knew that. I just downloaded. I just put and the Metal Gear song. Okay, Best Is Yet to Come. That's pretty good. Best Is Yet to Come, man. Metal Gear 5, huh? How about that? If you guys been paying attention to a little bit of Metal Gear 5 action. Apparently, Kojima was talking about how he's trying to incorporate like a Bond type driving sequence to some like the music going on. How when he did this just started on Twitter the other day. He did like a sequence with some like the Bond music from Skyfall, and he said that he was like crying of how beautiful it looked. I'm like, man, I may cry with you though. Like, was really good. He's pretty good. If you don't follow him on Twitter, if you got Twitter, if you don't follow him, I would suggest following him. Obviously, when he tweets Japanese, it's a little bit more difficult to understand, but he tweets a lot in English, and it's good. Like, he gives you like juicy like details about the game, and he gives you his feelings and his thoughts, and where the production team stands. I remember he tweeted like once like 6 times about like how he worked on the trailer and some of the things he didn't like on the trailer, and you don't really get that kind of interaction with most game developers. They kind of just stand high and they make the game, and then they're like, here you go. One thing, for example, Path to Exile. I don't know if you guys are into action RPGs. That's a free one that came out on the computer. I'm going to check it out here soon when I get a moment. It's really good, really good. I mean, it's free. It's an amazing game. It's Diablo 2 right up there with that. And one thing that they did in that game, the game developers are also very hands-on, and you could ask them questions. You go on Twitter, ask a question, go to forum, ask a question, and they'll answer to you. And I think it's very important, and in terms of, with how much there is right now in terms of gaming and how many options you have, those kind of things make you stand out. So if you're able to, have that one-on-one interaction, if you're able to take your community's feedback and put it into the game, that kind of stuff stands out. It's a little more difficult for Kojima because he's making, a beast of a monster, and it kind of is what it is. But if you're doing a multiplayer experience, definitely it'd be a little bit easier to manage over there and get what the community wants, and be reaching out to people. Even the one-on-one experience, you'll be able to do that. And in extreme cases, for example, like Mass Effect 3, you'll have to even change the ending because people can't stand it. Which is still crazy to me, the fact that they changed that ending, man. Could stick by your guns. Come on now. And talking about sticking by the guns, I'm going to shut up over here because I want to make sure you guys hear everything my man Autocom has to say, everything my man Ocelot has to say. It's been real. It's been beautiful. We outie.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake. Whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Using a GoPro right there before GoPros even existed. Mushing.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those 2 are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Woo! Bombshell. There's a stats if you want to make fun of me.